Hello there and welcome back to Diablo 3 where I'm playing as a monk. Last episode I killed the butcher, saved the stranger who's now known as Tyrael, and I'm about to go into Act 2 by speaking to the caravan leader. So let's speak to him and we'll trigger the cutscene to mark the beginning of Act 2.
My friend, shall we depart to Caldeum?
It was all just stories. My uncle saw what he wanted to see.
Deckard sacrificed much to protect this world. But his work is not over.
What would you know about sacrifice?
Tyrael, the ancient law of the high heavens strictly forbids us from interfering with the mortal world. Yet you have done so, brazenly.
All I am guilty of, Imperius, is bringing justice, while you hide, cowering behind your throne. Silence!
You will now answer for your transgressions.
You cannot judge me. I am justice itself. We were meant for more than this. To protect the innocent. But if our precious laws bind you all to inaction, then I will no longer stand as your brother.
You chose to be one of us.
Sacrilege.
Thus, I fell willingly. Because humanity is the only hope for this world.
I never believed all your crazy tales. The work you never finished. I will finish it, Uncle. I will carry on for you.
Now that Tristram is safe, I travel to Caldeum, the great city of the East. It has fallen before one of the last lords of hell, Belial. I mean to set the city free.
Okay, here we are in Act 2. This is our little township, it's a hidden camp. Let's see what the Templar wants to say.
I do not know much of your order. Were you born a Templar?
No. Our scripture says, as a farmer reaps his wheat, so must the Order harvest and purify the weeds.
We have a similar verse. Seek balance in all things. The absence of flood is drought. The impossibility of weeds is famine. If you are a weed Templar, you have found such a balance.
Not all people can be as strong as you. I certainly was not.
Let's keep talking.
You spoke of failures in your past. This will weigh you down until you speak of them.
I cannot tell you.
Speak of these sins to me. I can help you cleanse them.
You misunderstand me. We are literally unable to recall our pasts. The Inquisitors stripped my sins and the memory of them from me, leaving me pure.
Well,
I would hear more of your order. Why do they forbid you to have a past?
Our initiation blinds us to our sinful pasts, so that we might clearly see the future and prepare for the final battle.
And how do they remove these memories?
I was chained to a wall and beaten. By the third day, I was mad from pain and hunger. And that is when the whipping began. I was told I relived all of my transgressions. Everything that brought me tainted joy. The whip took away that joy. Then the sin, leaving me pure.
That is not training. Training is discipline. Mastery of self.
Don't you understand? The Templar Order is trying to protect humanity from extinction. What is my pain against that goal?
The nature of the world is chaos. We must find our own balance.
A noble goal.
You agree, but you do not understand. To find balance, you must see all. Is it not possible that you have no sins to forget? That you have been lied to?
I cannot lie. That has occurred to me. But if it were true, it would ruin everything I fight for. Everything.
There's a bit of information about the Templars' past.
New goods today. Please look. You won't be disappointed.
And then we're going to speak to Leah, who's overlooking Caldeum.
Here we are. Caldeum, Jewel of the East. Uncle Deckard loved this place.
He wouldn't now that it is under the spell of Belial, Lord of Lies. I can smell his stench on the air.
We will split up. You two search for Belial, while I hunt Magda. Kane's death must be avenged.
Alright, so I got our first quest. Going to the Kotian Bazaar. Oh, but Hadric wants to speak some more first.
How does it feel to be back in Caldeum?
I told myself I'd never come back here. And yet here I am.
Because of what happened to your father.
Because of what happened to me. Some scars don't heal, and there's no point in scratching at them, is there? The weather doesn't suit me either.
Okay, let's go into the Caldeum Bazaar. Let's see what's happening down here.
Guard, where have these refugees come from?
I am not a guard. I am a Shira, commander of the Iron Wolves. We saved these refugees from Magda's coven, that even now wreaks havoc throughout the borderlands.
My enemy. The gods have led me to you. Where can I find Magda?
She's heading toward Alcarnus, but has blocked the road behind her. However, there is another way, through the Kasim outpost.
Shira is a character from Diablo 2 who's returned.
All of these people have fled from the cultists in Alcarnus. They are refugees far from their homes.
Why do they rot out here? There are riches in the city that could ease their suffering.
The Imperial Guard lets no one in. These people are sentenced to a slow death. The Iron Wolves were mercenaries, until we helped the Zakarum priests find the successor to the first Emperor Hakan. We became the Emperor's personal guard after that, but everything changed a few months ago when the first refugees began arriving. An Imperial Guard was created to protect the citizens from the refugees, while we were out in the desert fighting the Coven and their demon spawn. Eventually, they took over.
Okay.
Have you heard? Emperor Hakan threw his entire court out of the city. They're trapped out here with the rest of us.
There is some justice in this world, after all.
Justice? They're a load of pompous fools. But even they don't deserve what's coming tonight.
What happens tonight?
They're wearing jewels worth more than any of us see in a year. And they have to sleep sometime.
Tyrael and I learned that while the Iron Wolves were fighting Magda in the desert, the Emperor replaced them with Imperial guards who bar all from the inner city.
I suspect that the Iron Wolves were sent out to die. Belial has made his move. We must find a way into the city.
As a child, I explored Caldeum while Uncle Deckard studied here. I can get in through the sewers.
Good. Learn what you can while I hunt Magda.
Be careful. Alcarnus sounds like Magda's trap.
Okay.
This gate leads to Alcarnus. You'll need to follow the long road over the canyon bridge and through the Kasim outpost. We haven't heard anything from the Iron Wolves in the desert. If you make it to the Kasim outpost, seek out Captain David.
Something tells me this will be an interesting journey.
Now we meet the Enchantress, who is the third hireling for Diablo 3.
Take heed, traveler. Cultists guard these desert roads, and they will slay any who pass.
That would spare me the trouble of finding them.
Then you must not go alone. I shall accompany you.
Well now, it's my lucky day.
There are illusions out there. Mirages to some. But I can see them for what they are. The Coven's foul magic. They will lead you to your death.
Thank you for the warning, but I do not fear the cultists' magic. Their traps are easy to spot.
Some new creatures.
The Lacuni, or Panther Men as they are sometimes called, have inhabited the desert wastes east of Caldeum for thousands of years. The large males are the tribe's leaders and protectors, while the agile females are expert hunters. Mostly they are primitive and reclusive creatures, although they will attack if cornered or hungry.
The leopard people back. This isn't Luke Delane from Act 2, but it's obviously very close. Caldeum's in that same part of the world.
With all my might.
There's obvious comparisons to Act 2 of Diablo 2.
The gods favor me.
A lot of similar kind of enemies.
Be careful. They are very near to us.
Ooh, the road is blocked.
You should never have come. Demons will feast on your bones.
A bit of an ambush, but I'm not concerned at all.
How did you know about the ambush?
I am an Enchantress. The ways of magic and illusion are familiar to me. My name is Arena.
Thank you, Arena. But I do not believe you have told me the truth about your presence here.
Well, I am also looking for someone. But here, let me clear the way for you.
Always liked that one.
Alright, just increase the scandal and my chance for critical hit.
Captain, from behind! Protect the people! Iron Wolf!
And save these people from that little ambush.
If not for you, the Lacuni would have eaten well this day.
I traveled to Alcarnus. Will there be more of these Lacuni on the road?
Even worse. Cultists are casting spells in 2 of their desert lairs to obscure the Black Canyon Bridge.
Let us head north to the Howling Plateau. The cultist magic seems to be emanating from there.
Yeah, I did level up. Let's just have a look what it's given me. It's different rune for the Tempest Rush. It's called Tailwind. Increases your movement speed while using Tempest Rush by 25%. I might take that. His damage is an issue at the moment, so let's get a bit more movement speed. And I've got a new passive skill I can unlock. Not overly handy. I might use this one. Seize the initiative. Dealing damage to enemies above 75% life increases your attack speed by 30% for 4 seconds. So I can actually use that one. I'm going to find the hidden conclave ritual, and we also got to find the secret altar ritual and disrupt both of those events.
There is another illusion here. The cultists tried to hide their footsteps. Their spells are weak and easily countered. If we follow these prints, we can find their lairs and probe the rituals. I will seek out any other traces of their magic.
That works pretty well. This makes it a little bit faster. Yeah, follow these footprints. That takes me to each of the various altars. Oh, there it is.
That's quite an enemy over there. We are in for a fight.
Champion wasps.
It seems that the Fallen are indeed creatures of demon.
This is one of the cultist lairs. They are casting part of the illusion inside.
As long as you aren't an illusion too.
He's hidden conclave.
The ritual is disrupted.
There should be another ritual at a cellar to the east of here.
What? They tortured my poor husband.
We will avenge him.
Nice. It's one ritual interrupted, and I gotta find the second one.
Look, more hidden footprints.
Oh, what's this? Suako Caverns. Let's have a look down here. Once I deal with these guys. You got the cave. Much like the bug cave from Act 2, I'm guessing, but not as claustrophobic, luckily.
Feel the wrath of Yita!
But let's be honest, nothing is really as claustrophobic as that cave was in Diablo 2. Nightmarish champions. It's laughable. How much damage I'm doing at the moment. Ooh, what are we here? Hatemonger the Brute.
The gods strike through me! Is over.
More champions. Arcane. Usually create little spinning balls of energy on the ground, but luckily I was able to kill them before they even need to do that. I wouldn't say luckily, but I did.
Have enough
I just ran out of mana. Who would have thought? There's a chest, but not the chest I'm looking for. Just gotta find the way down. I've done just a big circle. I have. Yeah, I should figure out where I was meant to go. Here we are, level 2.
The gods strike through me.
Champion's nightmarish. Not what I consider to be nightmarish at all. There's the chest I'm after. Couple of diamonds. Okay. Let's get out of here. Let's go find that other ritual. I swear I was following footprints. They're down here a bit. Yes, yeah, yeah. Oh, what's that? Treasure chest. Yeah, why isn't the Enchantress revealing these footsteps any further?
Look, more
Here we
hidden
go.
footprints.
Okay. Gene Pressure is the champion to start with.
What is that? I'll have to pay attention.
Not too dangerous, but let's have a listen to what they are.
The Doom Thresher is an elusive being with a tremendous capacity for bloodshed. It lurks beneath the sands, rising up to seize prey in its jaws and rend the body until it is but sinew and gore. I once saw...
Look, more hidden footprints.
And here it is. Secret altar.
They're casting part of the illusion inside.
As long as you aren't an illusion too.
But what do you mean?
We're gonna get the destruction speed boost.
That ability is not yet recharged.
There. That ought to dispel the Coven's magic. Let us go to the bridge.
Kane's lost satchel is here.
It is with some reluctance that I write on the 7 Lords of Hell, for they are the greatest of the demons, and even whispering their names seems to poison the air around me. They are divided into the lesser evils, Belial, Asmodan, Duriel, and Andariel, and the prime evils, Mephisto, Baal, and Diablo.
Tell me, what shall you do when Magda is dead?
I will see the Lords of Hell, Belial and Asmodan, brought down and destroyed.
How curious. You must be the one I was meant to find here.
Champion forwards. Just easy XP, isn't it?
I think it is time for you to know my true tale. I am not from Caldeum. I learned these spells 1500 years ago. My sisters and I pledged our service to a man of great power. We called him the Prophet. He trained us and placed us in a magical slumber to awaken in this era. I am to prevent the Lords of Hell from invading.
Our meeting was clearly the work of the gods. Join me. I believe you will make a powerful ally in this fight.
Just for the sake of the story, we'll go with the Enchantress for this act. So the Enchantress is a spellcaster able to wield staves, daggers, spears, axes, swords, and maces. So let's
stand together against the shadows.
Use her for a little bit. She has a forceful push. She has damage and range attacks. No, that's it for now. Okay.
Now, to the Kasim outpost.
And there's the waypoint.
To the north, though it is still some distance away.
I think I might head back to the camp now and end this episode here. It is starting to stretch on a little bit.
Yes.
Just see if there's anything worth putting on. But there doesn't seem to be. Let's get rid of all this. Put those away. And alright, that would do for this episode. So let's start to Act 2. Just trying to set the scene of what's happening here. Namely, Belial is in the town somewhere. I try and find him. And I have a new follower, the Enchantress, named Irina. Next time we'll continue looking for the Kasim outpost. So thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate the support, and as always, I hope to see you next time.